Welcome to Charts Today. My name is David Linton, and today's edition for Thursday, the 19th of January, comes to you from London. And a lot more red on the screen today. We're seeing the dollar index sitting at steady at about 102. Remembering this is my weekly, daily, and 60-minute long-term, medium-term, and short-term view of the market. And we are seeing currencies affected generally by that weaker dollar. So seeing the yen falling further, sterling actually sitting at 123. But again, just that weaker dollar having a little bit of an impact, and we're seeing sterling just nudging this 125 level. Expectations of higher rates in the UK after those disappointing inflation numbers earlier this week. Looking at Bitcoin, we're sitting at $20,700. Didn't quite make it to the $22,000 target, and that's kind of what we would expect. We're in a downtrend, and you don't quite make it to the upside targets in a downtrend. That's bearish confirmation. Just remember that aspect of the targets. Looking at the NASDAQ, we're still below the cloud here as well on the long-term chart, very clearly below the cloud. Medium term, still below the cloud. Short term, we saw a fall away on the NASDAQ last night, so market's having a rethink. And we're seeing today the futures down 0.4% on the S&P future and 0.33% on the NASDAQ future. And the FTSE future down 0.5% as well, just struggling to make it to that new all-time high that we've been talking about. DAX in Germany is down nearly 1%, so markets are having a bit of a rethink. The Chinese market for the moment is closed for Chinese New Year, although it was open, so we expect to see that market close though, but we see here that we are still bearish below the cloud. And if we look at the Sensex in India, down 0.33%, and the Aussie market was actually up 0.5%. The resource-laden Aussie index looking better and better all the time. We'll look at the energy mix in a minute. Gold is up 0.3% at 909, holding on to that 1900 level. We've got targets to around 1950, but nothing much beyond that longer term. So we do have a target of 2100, but we are likely to pause where those shorter term targets are. New one here, 1967, that's encouraging. We need to see gold making new highs short term. Looking at the energy mix quickly now, we've got Brent crude down just under 1%. And we are seeing US nat gas fairly flat, although the chart looks pretty bearish. This is the 60-minute and the daily, and quite a lot of downside targets, so we called it lower today. Emissions we're bullish about. We broke that cloud yesterday. We pointed that out, and we're seeing upside targets there now, so that's quite interesting. And even gas prices struggling to hold on to early gains this morning, but signs that this might have been a low. We need to see a cloud cross, of course, and just watch those 1 minute targets on your point and figure charts. The same for MBP. And if you look at TTF, if we look at German power, we're up 2% here this morning, just on the verge of crossing the cloud. But again, mixed targets. Watch your OTC data. That's it for today. Until tomorrow, happy charting. See you then.